the 2026 Audi Q5 and SQ5. And before I get into this video, I know that there's going to be some confusion behind the specific model year of these two SUVs. Just to be clear, this is technically the 2025 Q5 and SQ5 for the rest of the markets, right? The global markets like in Europe and other countries. This vehicle that I'm talking about is technically a 2025. However, I report on the United States market primarily. That's what most of my videos are focused on. And this new redesigned Q5, this should be a 2026 model year for us in the US because Audi has already specified the details for the 2025 Q5 in the United States. And I already did a video on that, and they were just subtle updates. Same thing with the 2025 Audi A5, right? So the new redesigned A5 and this Q5, they should both be 2026s when they get officially unveiled. But regardless, stay tuned until the end of this video where I'm going to share with you how you can save 12% off MSRP on a 2024 Audi Q5 in the United States market. All right, let's get started here with this new redesigned Q5 and SQ5. Finally, this thing has been out for a long time and we just now get the redesigned vehicle. I have to say it does look pretty good. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. It's a very sleek design from the outside. The previous Q5s, they were fine vehicles. They drive great, but I have to say the exterior styling was very bland and generic. Now this vehicle looks a lot more premium and upscale. Regarding the powertrains, the regular Q5 is going to be powered by a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder with quattro all-wheel drive and a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. It should be making 268 horsepower. And it seems like they've finally gotten rid of that detuned engine option. I've always hated the fact that Audi would offer that. They would usually offer a 40 and a 45 trim level. Both 2-liter 4-cylinders, it's just that one would be detuned and it would cost a bit less money. None of the other competitors offer that, so it looks like they've gotten rid of that for this new redesigned Q5, and it's making 268 horsepower. These vehicles will be riding on either 18 to 20-inch wheels. The SQ5 will continue to be powered by the 3-liter turbo 6-cylinder, once again with quattro all-wheel drive, and a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission with 362 horsepower. They are going to announce the EPA fuel economy estimates later when these vehicles actually go on sale, and they estimate that these SUVs should be coming to the US market early 2025. But based on the previous Q5s, these engines, they are really efficient and they usually exceed the EPA estimates. Really fuel efficient engines. I appreciate that about Audi and also BMW as well. But the SQ5, it's going to be riding on either 20-inch wheels or 21-inch wheels. Both SUVs are going to come with 8 available customizable light signatures for the headlights. But due to US regulations, adaptive matrix LED headlight technology will not be available. And part of the highlights that were mentioned, it's really in regard to the European market. So the MHEV Plus technology, that's not going to make it to the United States Q5 and SQ5s. And I'm assuming the diesel engine, that's also not coming. But a plug-in hybrid, that should be coming even in the United States because we have a plug-in hybrid Q5 right now. So that should be coming later for us. And similar to the newly redesigned Audi A5, this new Q5 is going to be riding on the Premium Platform Combustion, or PPC. And this platform allows Audi to launch high-volume models with high technical standards in different segments. So I guess this is like their new global platform or architecture. I suppose you can see it that way. And these Q5s, they were being made in Mexico for about 8 years now. And this new Q5, it's going to be made in San Jose, Chiapas. Regarding the interior space, this newly redesigned Q5, it was designed to offer more space by offering ample headroom and more legroom, and that's great to see. The previous Q5, it was practical, it was good, but in certain times it could feel a bit tight, so it's nice to see them improve the space inside for passengers. And we also get a fully adjustable rear seat. It can be moved lengthways and it can be tilted. So this can also help to increase the trunk volume as well. Audi also claims that 3 people can ride comfortably in the rear bench, and of course these seats can be folded down to offer even more trunk space. We also have a larger center armrest and other small cubby spaces for things like sunglasses, keys, etc. The wireless charging pad, it is going to be cooled and it offers 15 watts of charging power, but you also have 2 USB-C ports in the front and 2 in the rear as well. Now, Audi claims that this interior is designed to be human-centric. I guess what that really translates to is they've gotten rid of all of the physical buttons and switches for the HVAC, which was one of the best attributes of the older Q5. It was great that the previous Q5 lasted so long because Mercedes and BMW, they went off the deep end, and it was great how the Q5 was the older luxury SUV that still offered the traditional controls. Well, now Audi has followed suit and they're just giving us 2 massive screens similar to BMW, the gauge cluster and the infotainment. It's kind of connected together, and you have some type of a lame touch haptic in the middle to access your drive modes, but you do have a physical volume knob, but all your HVAC, that's going to be shoved into that infotainment. However, I do have to say the interior, it does look nice. It's very clean, very modern. I do like the shape of the steering wheel, but man, these touch haptics, that is not cool. Even the mirror controls on the door, that looks touch haptic along with the steering wheel controls as well. Very annoying. And now they're even offering a passenger screen as well. Again, let me know in the comment section, do you like this new Audi interior? But Audi is calling their infotainment setup the digital stage. So, that really is the highlight, right? All of those screens. And we have the Audi MMI panoramic display with the curved design and OLED technology, which houses the 11.9-inch digital gauge cluster, or the Audi virtual cockpit, along with the 14.5-inch infotainment screen. All of that is combined into one. A lot of other companies are doing that, much like BMW. And as an option, you can get the 10.9-inch passenger display, which I already talked about. And if you do opt for that screen, it's going to come with a dynamic privacy mode, so the driver can't see what the passenger is looking at, so the driver won't be distracted. No modern day interior is complete without the use of high gloss black plastics, so they're using that here with this Audi. But you do have diamond quilted stitching and soft wraps. If you go with the S-Line package, you do get an enhanced exterior, but also with the interior space, with the S-Line, you are going to be getting sustainable materials. It's going to be called Cascade and Dynamica. The Cascade material, it's reminiscent of natural materials such as wool and is not additionally dyed. It is made from recycled materials and recycled polyester. The Dynamica, it's pretty much like a suede substitute, but almost half of it is made from recycled polyester. So enjoy all the recycled stuff in your premium luxury car. Anyway, let's move on. We do have some ambient lighting with this interior space, so if you're into that, there you go. Regarding the aerodynamics and the aeroacoustics, well, the clad underbody and the aerodynamically designed front and rear sections play an important role in the aerodynamics concept. We have air curtains that are used to channel the airflow to direct it past the wheel arch so that it flows around the front wheels and the sides of the vehicle with as little turbulence as possible. In addition, the airflow is directed around the front wheels by the air deflectors. The extensively covered underbody guides the airflow under the vehicle with reduced turbulence. Lateral aero panels at the rear of the vehicle ensure a clear separation of the air, which is directed over the bodywork. The deep roof spoiler also contributes to this. And they have also redesigned the exterior mirrors to be more aerodynamically optimized. The windshield of this vehicle, it has acoustic glazing as standard, but as an option, you can get the acoustic glazing on the front side windows. Honestly, for a vehicle of this caliber, that should be standard, not available. So you're probably going to have to go with the Premium Plus or the Prestige trim level to get the better front side glass. I really hate how car manufacturers do that. That thicker glass really makes vehicles a lot quieter. And we have a lot of verbiage regarding the exterior lights, which Audi is very much known for. However, as mentioned before, some of the technology is not going to make it to the United States, one of which is going to be the Car2X technology in the lights and the adaptive matrix LED headlights. we're not going to get either of those, but I'll still have that information on the screen for you to check out if you were interested in the tech. Something else we're not getting is that MHEV Plus system with the 48 volt electrical system. No idea why we're not getting that in the 2026 Q5 and SQ5 for the United States. I thought most Audi products here were already using the 48 volt mild hybrid system. Pretty much all the BMWs and the Mercedes stuff, they already come standard with that tech. Regardless, I'm just going to go off of this official press release. I'm not going to add anything else to it, but I already talked about the drivetrains at the beginning of this video, along with the power output. So let's simply move on to the handling and the comfort now. Audi has focused on giving this vehicle a largely neutral handling dynamic, and with the newly optimized suspension and steering setup, the comfort has also increased for this newly redesigned Q5. The vehicles come with a dynamically tuned steel suspension as standard, but a sports suspension is available, and it's standard with the SQ5 as one would expect. The steel spring suspension in combination with the passive damping system and a more agile front axle gives the Q5 an even firmer ride on road, but the FSD frequency selective damping technology reduces the damping force, especially the high frequencies. So when they say firmer ride, it's really just saying a more taut feel, but I'm sure this vehicle will ride better than before. And that's fine. That is a good sensation to have out on the road. If you go with the optional air suspension, you can also get adaptive damper control, but usually Audi's basic suspension is tuned and set up pretty well, so air suspension usually not necessary with these vehicles. And we have the latest generation of driver assist systems. Because we don't have the official trim levels and specifications for the US market, I'm not sure exactly what comes standard and what doesn't, once again, for our market, but you have all the adaptive driving tech that you would expect in a luxury vehicle. And I guess because we have a completely digital interior space, they really want drivers to start using the voice command systems, and these vehicles will have a digital assistant with AI support integrated into the vehicle. Comment below, let me know if you like using the voice commands in modern vehicles. I personally am not a fan. It's very unnatural to me, but I would like to hear your thoughts. Anyway, these vehicles, it's going to be using the Android Automotive operating system, and you can use apps such as YouTube with the Audi MMI without the use of a smartphone. We also have an optional Bang & Olufsen sound system with 16 speakers and 685 watts of power. And this new B&O sound system, it works with the vehicle noise compensation, or VNC, to compensate for the interior noise, which I guess is something that the regular Audi sound system does not come with. Other features, you have the new heads-up display, and the heads-up display can show you your speed, the assistance systems, navigation instructions, or media data. Anyway, as mentioned before, these vehicles, it should be available for sale early of 2025. And as mentioned at the beginning of this video, here's how you can save about 12% off on the 2024 Audi Q5. You can reach out to AutoCompanion, who is one of the largest brokers in the United States. Him and his partner dealerships in Washington, D.C. and in California, they are offering substantial discounts on a lot of Audi vehicles. And the SQ5, they are offering 10% off MSRP. If you want something larger, he's got 13% off on the Q7 and some great discounts on the EVs as well. AutoCompanion is able to ship nationwide, but shipping is something you have to pay extra for, and he does charge a broker fee to access his deals. But if you sign up with my affiliate link in the description box, he will take some money off of his broker fee. AutoCompanion also has a free leasing calculator, which I will also have linked below. This is a very powerful tool because it shows you the interest rate of a lease, the residual values, and the incentives that you can qualify for in your local area. So whether you are leasing, financing, or paying cash, you should use this calculator, because if you have like a Costco membership, there's an additional $1,000 you can get, and that stacks on top of AutoCompanion's discounts. Or if you decide to lease the plug-in hybrid Q5, there's an additional $7,500 lease incentive, and who knows, depending on your zip code, there could be other incentives available to you. So keep up with this calculator, because yes, leasing programs, incentives, interest rates, all of these things, they do change every month. but AutoCompanion's calculator can also update every month. So hopefully you appreciate this knowledge, this information, and these resources. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and leave your thoughts below regarding this redesigned Q5 and SQ5. Thank you again for watching. Take care and goodbye.